I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. Today we're going to study a scene from a movie called The Wizard of Oz. This film is an American musical fantasy film. It came out in 1939 and it was based on a book. It's pretty famous, so you've probably heard of it. Wikipedia says The Wizard of Oz is believed to be the most watched film in history. And it says traditionally the film is aired on Thanksgiving Day in the US. In case you've forgotten the plot or you're not familiar with the story, it's about a girl called Dorothy who lives in Kansas in the US, and her house gets caught up in a twister and gets taken to a place called Oz, which is a pretty cool place, but Dorothy misses her family, so she wants to go back to Kansas. So she goes to visit a wizard who supposedly can help her get home. And on her way to see the wizard, she makes 3 friends: a scarecrow, a tin man, and a lion. And they all have problems too that the wizard might be able to help them with. So they all decide to join Dorothy on her mission. The first person Dorothy meets is the scarecrow, and his problem is he doesn't have a brain. Dorothy is walking down the yellow brick road to go and see the Wizard of Oz, and she comes to a fork in the road and she's not sure which way to go. And then a scarecrow starts talking and pointing down the different roads. He says, "That way is a very nice way, and it's pleasant down that way too." And then when she asks him if he said something, he shakes his head no, and then nods his head yes. And she says, "Are you doing that on purpose, or can't you make up your mind?" On purpose is an idiom, and it's a very useful one too, so if you've never heard it before, go and write it down. It means not by accident or deliberately. Make up your mind is also a common idiom. It means to decide something. Kia ora. In stick news today, a Japanese man set fire to a hotel to avoid getting married. A 39-year-old man and his fiancée were planning to get married at a hotel in Yamanashi in front of 80 guests. According to news reports, the man was already married to another woman, but he planned to marry his fiancée on Sunday. Then, for some reason, he changed his mind. So, in the early hours of Sunday morning, he set fire to the hotel. The man was arrested after suddenly cancelling the event and behaving suspiciously. The hotel guests were evacuated and no one was injured. And that was Stick News for Tuesday, the 28th of October. Kia ora. Today's word is tedious. Tedious means boring. Adjective: too long, slow, or dull. The scarecrow says to Dorothy, "It's very tedious being stuck up here all day long with a pole up your back." That's the trouble. I can't make up my mind. I haven't got a brain, only straw. I don't know, but some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they? Why no? How do you do? Oh, I'm not feeling at all well. You see, it's very tedious being stuck up here all day long with a pole up your back. Down? No, you see, I'm... Oh, that's very kind of you. Very kind. Are you doing that on purpose, or can't you make up your mind? How can you talk if you haven't got a brain? Yes, I guess you're right. Well, we haven't really met properly, have we? How do you do? Very well, thank you. Oh dear, that must be terribly uncomfortable. Can't you get down? Oh, well, here, let me help you. Where is Dorothy from? A. Kansas, B. California, C. Philadelphia. A. How do you get to the Wizard of Oz? A. Follow the ruby red road. B. Follow the emerald green road. C. Follow the yellow brick road. C. Why couldn't the Scarecrow make up his mind? A. He didn't have a heart. B. He didn't have a brain. C. He didn't have a straw. B. What does on purpose mean? A. By accident. B. Deliberately. C. To decide something. B. What does make up your mind mean? A. To decide something. B. To decipher something. C. To decimate something. A. And that was the Daily Englisher. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Ouvrez votre esprit, écoutez les sons artificiels. Est-ce que c'est seulement une rêve? Une rêve dans une autre rêve. Fermez les yeux. Regardez les ciels